Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. We have got Sassuolo tomorrow in a vital game for our top 4 hopes, for our top 4 chances, and for what will be the remaining of our Serie A season. I call tomorrow's game a last easy game before a very, very tough period of games. Because after the Sassuolo game, not only we have Lecce away, and at this time of the season, facing relegation teams is never easy. But after Lecce, and therefore after the international break, it's gonna be hell, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I leaked the lineup. I'm sorry, I leaked the lineup, but it's not my fault because I'm absolutely knackered today. Anyways, I leaked the lineup and we'll talk about it in a second. I always do this, but I am completely knackered today. I woke up at 7, football tournament today. It was great fun. It was an emotional one because it was my last football tournament with my school, the last football tournament being captain of this team because I'll be finishing school in a few months. So we all wanted to bring it home. We all wanted to lift it. And we did everything really well. Goal and assist in the first game. Drew 2-2. Won 2-0 in the second game. Won 5-1 in the third game. And then we qualified to the final. And we lose 2-1. But that's football. That is football. You win, you lose. And we move. But I'm tired. Look, I can't wait. Tonight, I'm going to tuck myself just underneath some blankets and enjoy some sports. Frosinone against Lazio. Hopefully we can spice Frosinone up a bit. And then Sinner against Alcaraz. What a tennis game. So cannot wait for such a relaxation period tonight. But yeah, if any of my teammates are watching this video, I love you all. You know, we are such a tiny school that every time that we make it, we just make it so proud. We make it taste different, you know. We won the tournament in Verona back in November, and now such a small school, very little subs. We all know each other. We play with heart, with passion, and we reached a final. So proud of everybody if anybody is watching this. But yeah, look, Sassuolo. I said this the last time we faced against Sassuolo. No, in fact, you know what? Like target. I mean, I want like target today. You smashed 100 likes yesterday. I want 100 likes today as well. And I will tell you the reason. No DYBALA, no Lukaku. Sardar Azmoun is going to turn up tomorrow. Mark my words. 100 likes and Azmoun scores a bicycle kick. The one that he should have scored against Brighton. And just out of this world, it got disallowed. So Azmoun is going to score tomorrow. In fact, before starting this stream, I placed a €5 bet on an Azmoun goal tomorrow with a €20 return. So Sardar, make our dreams come true because I'm convinced he's going to score tomorrow when in a moment of time where DYBALA and Lukaku will not be there. But yeah, 100 likes I would love as a like target. I said this in the last Sassuolo match preview. Facing Sassuolo means falling in a trap. That is effectively what it means. Facing Sassuolo for Roma has always, will forever be, no matter if Sassuolo are last in the league or first in the league, it will always be a pain in the ass. Because Sassuolo is a team which always, somehow, I don't know how, but always makes these games hard. And this is a very important game to win, not only because winning this game would mean getting into this, getting into this international break, having only lost 1 game in the league since De Rossi picked this team up, but it would also mean bringing the confidence to restart after the international break in a very tough period. Because my friends, we need to stay united because April is going to be the month of the verdicts and the month of answers. Because in the month of April, we will be playing a 6-pointer game against Bologna at home. We're going to play both the legs in the Europa League against Milan. We're going to play Atalanta away, Napoli away, Juventus at home is in May. All of these games are going to mean so much for our top 4 race. And all of them, if not the majority of them, are in April. In both Europa League games and Serie A games. So winning this game is kind of like closing a chapter in a perfect way and opening a new one in a very good way as well. Because winning tomorrow means concluding the first cycle very, very, very well with De Rossi having only lost against Inter. And restarting with the same confidence. Getting the fitnesses back from, during the international break. Players are going to rest. In fact, looking at Spalletti's choices, not many Roma players are going to leave for the Italian national team. In fact, the only one is Pellegrini. I'm going to talk about Spalletti's choices in a bit, because some of them don't make sense to me. But anyways, Sassuolo means, as always meant, obstacles. This time around, I fully agree with Chris. Nothing less than 3 points is unacceptable. Not just because we're playing against Sassuolo, who this season are the definition of crap, but we are playing against Sassuolo without their biggest 2 players. Berardi, who is out for the season and out for the Euros with an Achilles tendon injury, tear. And also Thorsved, which is their Norwegian guy or Danish guy, is disqualified. Losing points to Sassuolo at home, who is 19th in the league, has not won a game, in fact, since last game week, but if you don't count the game that they won against Frosinone, the last time Sassuolo won a game, it was definitely in 2023, in 2022. Are we in 2024? Oh my God. I just had a complete blank. Are we in 2024 or are we in 2020? We're in 2024. My Lord, I'm tired. Yeah, the last time Sassuolo scored and won a game, if the last one wasn't counted, was in 2023. So look, it's unacceptable. You know, losing points tomorrow would really mean just falling down, crumbling. And the only threat that Sassuolo are going to bring to us, in my opinion, is this. The only threat that they're going to bring is the fact that they've got a new manager. New manager philosophy. You know, they sacked Dionisi, they appointed Ballardini, who not only was a Lazio coach a long time back, but he is also a very good expert when it comes to saving teams. There are 2 Italian coaches who are experts at saving teams. Nicola, who's currently at Empoli, and Ballardini, who basically gets appointed every single season at the end of each season to try and save a team. He's the Sam Allardyce of Italy. Last season, it was with Cremonese. And with Ballardini on the bench, Cremonese knocked us out of the Coppa Italia. This is somebody who loves sneaking up on big teams and collecting points, which then at the end of the season result in Sassuolo saving themselves. But look, as always, confidence. We're coming from a qualification onto the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We're coming from a 94th minute Llorente masterclass in a very tough ground against Fiorentina. I see confidence. Yes, we do have a lot of injuries. Not a lot of injuries, but the injury crisis is picking back the rhythm. But we should be winning this team even without Lukaku and DYBALA. We need to be winning this team even without DYBALA and Lukaku. And I'm convinced that we will win this game even without DYBALA and Lukaku. Look, hang on. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Good. You can taste the lime in that. You can taste the lime. So, in fact, you know what? I'm going to speak about the lineup. Let's get it done with, and then we'll speak about details of the game, how Sassuolo are going to play, and then a little comment on Spalletti's choices. That's my lineup. Now, DYBALA's out, minor injury. It's his usual injury. It's a muscle injury, but it's not a major muscle injury. He's going to miss this Sassuolo game, and he's going to miss the friendly games that he was supposed to play with Argentina and then he'll be back after the break for Lecce, Lazio, Milan in the league, Udinese, Atalanta. He'll be back in that period of hell. This is unpopular. In fact, no. It is unpopular. But I am very happy that this happened right now. I am very, very happy that this injury that DYBALA picked up happened right now. Because this injury could have happened any time. It could have happened during the 2 Milan legs. It could have happened before the Atalanta-Bologna games. Yes, you know, DYBALA is fragile, and we know this. And in fact, it was surprising that he wasn't getting many injuries lately. We jinxed it, and he's back injured. He's going to miss this game. But I am sad, because when you've got DYBALA on the pitch, he can win games by himself. When DYBALA's not on the pitch, there needs to be a collective work to try and win games. And it's always a pleasure going to the stadium and watch DYBALA play. Let's not forget about that. But I am happy that this happened now. Because I'm happy that this happened now, not because he's going to miss tomorrow's game. Because tomorrow's game is very important, by the way. Whoever's is snubbing tomorrow's game, you know, it's a risky game. And we need to end this first De Rossi cycle, having only lost 1 game, and keeping that pressure with Bologna. Winning tomorrow means closing that gap with Bologna to 3 points, with a game against them being played at the Olimpico. And Zirkzee could be in doubt for that game. And we've seen Bologna yesterday. No Joshua, no Party. With any other team yesterday, they would have lost that game. They would have lost points. You know, they're lucky that that goalkeeper made a very big mistake. They're a very lucky side. Everything feels like it is going on their side this season. It happens in football. You've got these seasons where there are very lucky teams. I always ask myself, when will it be our turn? But yeah, Bologna are very lucky. I mean, yesterday I don't think they deserved to win. I know they had many chances, but Bologna can't be winning every single game. They're also very lucky. They're a very good team, but they're also very lucky. And I cannot just see Bologna playing in the Champions League. All respect to them. I know that for Bologna fans it's a dream, but, you know, Bologna cannot be playing in the Champions League. As Italian fans, I'm not just saying this because I want Roma in it, because there's a high chance that we get 5th spot, and therefore, at time of speaking, we would be in the Champions League. But, you know, we shouldn't be saying this, but Bologna cannot be playing the Champions League. Then we all ask ourselves, why the hell is it that Italian teams don't win the UCL? This is the exact answer, because we present ourselves in the UEFA Champions League with fucking Bologna. That's the reason why we don't win the Champions League. That's why Italian teams don't win the Champions League in recent times, because the disparity between teams in this league is massive. You know, in any other team, any other season, Bologna would be never playing in the Champions League. Bologna would be playing in the Champions League just to get annihilated and get 4th in the group stage. If I were Bologna, just stick to Europa League. Playing in the Champions League means also hiring, if not doubling, the salaries of staff, members. And a lot of their team is going to be crumbled apart this summer. Zirkzee is going to leave. Thiago Motta is going to leave. If I were Bologna, just stick to Europa League. Again, I'm saying this because I'm a Roma fan, obviously. If I were a Bologna fan, I'd never be saying this. But you get the point. Back to us. Predicted 11. That is it. Svilor in goal, Angelino, Cilic on the 2 sides with Mancini and Ndika at the back. Standard, 4 at the back. Efficiency. We've not been bad lately with Ndika and Mancini. We can always be better. We need to be better when it comes to defending crosses, because that is what is costing points lately. Yeah, Cilic deserves it more than Karsdorp. Angelino, I think him and Spinazzola rotate. Spinazzola played against Brighton, so I think Angelino starts this game. And then Smalling has got that little problem, has got that little injury. So he'll be back soon, but I don't think maybe he'll be on the bench tomorrow. I just don't think he's going to start. And Llorente can come handy, just like against Fiorentina. But you never know. Three in the middle: Paredes, Cristante, Pellegrini. I think, again, standard. It's your last game before the international break, so we need to be starting with your best team. And then up front, Steph, Tommy, and Sardar. Look, that's not the perfect of attacks. And people are asking, where is Lukaku? Lukaku has trained with the team today. He is available for tomorrow's game, but a lot of sources, including Angelo Mangiante, are saying that he's going to start from the bench because he's got this hip problem. If Lukaku starts and he feels like he wants to start, then good. But I want to give a chance to Sardar tomorrow because Sassuolo have got a very weak defence and Sardar is coming from a game where he got disallowed a Puskas Award goal. Maybe not a Puskas Award goal, but a very complicated and good goal. He will be hungry, which is why my betting tip tomorrow is the Iranian king to score. Sardar Azmoun on the score sheet tomorrow is my prediction. I think he's going to score. Baldanzi back and El Shaarawy next to him. Aouar could start this game, but as always, and Aouar, I feel like I'm not appreciating Aouar much. I got a comment last night, after the Fiorentina game, from somebody asking why I always criticize Aouar. Let me just put this straight. I'm not criticizing Aouar. I respect the guy and I think he's got immaculate talent. But just because he's got immaculate talent, I expect more from him. He scored a goal against Fiorentina. Very happy about it. But one thing that I would love to also add is that motto, which I always say in these previews when we're coming from a good streak of results: don't fix it if it ain't broken. That's an important motto. Don't fix the team if it ain't broken. Unless, of course, DYBALA, Lukaku are unavailable because they're injured. But don't change a lot of different things in a football team if it's getting the results. Because it means that the players are understanding each other. And, changing a lot of players in one single game could lead to, lack of chemistry, lack of concentration. And then, Sassuolo, shit teams, lucky goal. And then we have difficulties. And you just never know with Sassuolo. They're a dark beast. They don't have Berardi. I don't think they are dangerous. Their biggest two players are Pinamonti, who, in fact, I've got against me in Fantasy Serie A this weekend. So, really, just let's avoid a Pinamonti goal. He never scores. It would be a classic Simo on luck moment if Pinamonti, who never scores against us in a moment of time where I've got him against me in the fantasy. Let's avoid a Pinamonti goal. The other dangerous, if not the only dangerous player alongside Pinamonti is Loriente. I don't think he's a massive player. I think he's a great player who's a speed merchant. He's a speed merchant because his accuracy, his passing, his shooting is terrible. But there's one thing about Loriente, and that thing is, look at that game that we played against them at home last season, and Loriente looked like prime Kylian Mbappe. With these players who've got good records against us, you can never be calm. You have to mark them well. You need to know how they play. Loriente only does one thing in 90 minutes. Speeds with the ball. He can't do anything else. He can only get the ball and run with it. His accuracy is terrible. His precision is terrible. His passing is terrible. And his shooting is terrible. So please, let's concentrate and let's not concede a goal from either Pinamonti or Loriente. Baldanzi, it's his chance. Another consecutive chance after the Brighton one. I think Baldanzi is building. De Rossi said this post-match after the Brighton game. He's building momentum. He's building fitness. I always say this, but I'm going to continue saying this in case Baldanzi watches one of these videos. In fact, I should probably speak Italian, but I'm not going to. If Baldanzi knows English, then great. Baldanzi needs to put that mass up. He needs to grow. He needs to grow some muscles because he gets bullied way too easily. If Baldanzi grows some muscles and plays in that position, Baldanzi can be a threat. Baldanzi can be a killer player because he's got the technique. However, with technique, you get a match equilibrium in terms of mass, unless your name is DYBALA or unless your name is Lionel Messi. And although you respect, Baldanzi is nowhere near Messi, nowhere near DYBALA. So, yes, he's got the technique. Amazing, perfect, I love you. But you have to build that mass up. Because otherwise, with physical defenders, it's going to be very complicated not just to score goals, but also to impact in games, which is the reason why he's not been very active up front. But you never know. Sassuolo do have a terrible defence, so tomorrow can be his game. Sold out stadium, Tommy boy, good luck. We all believe in you. And if you can score a goal with Iranian King Sardar, you know, it'd be that cherry on the cake. So yeah. Look, just for the record, because just for the record, this is gonna get clipped, but just to tell you how bad Sassuolo have been. The last game that they won was last weekend against Frosinone. New manager, be careful, because new manager brings hype. Before that Frosinone win, you wanna know the last time Sassuolo won a game? The last time Sassuolo won a game, before that Frosinone game, was the 26th of November, 2023, away at Empoli, where they conceded 3 goals and won 4-3. Like, ladies and gentlemen, let's clarify something. If we lose points tomorrow, we're fucked. Okay? So, just, having said this, let's just focus and understand who we are playing against. You know, respect of everybody, fear of nobody. But Sassuolo are living their worst season in at least 8 years having played in this league. Their biggest player is injured. Don't you even dare think about losing points tomorrow, my friends. You know, Daniele, if you're watching this, don't change a lot of stuff. Efficiency, standard lineup, and we win the game. Okay? Let's just be clear on that, because, you know, Sassuolo against us, you never really know. Right, let's read some comments. Baldanzi Masterclass is incoming. Is Lukaku out? He's going to be on the bench, according to big sources like Angelo Mangiante. We have a good player to win without the gem and Lukaku. It's not a Simo live stream without him leaking the lineup. I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. Lukaku hip inflammation or something. Comes and goes. Didn't train today. DYBALA small muscle injury out until after the international break. It's a good opportunity for Azmoun indeed. Hopefully from the first minute, Azmoun will be starting. Lukaku was seen training with the boys today. Might not start, but we will be on the bench. Thank you very much. How is Mancini not there? You mean in the Spalletti call-up? Much love from Tunisia, says Hamza. Much love to you, mate. Shout out to you and any other Tunisian fans. I've heard that Awar could start instead of Baldanzi. Maybe. In fact, it's an understandable gesture, action to do. But I think Baldanzi, the only way he improves is if you keep on giving chances. You know, maybe you never know. Tomorrow he can bag a goal against Sassuolo. And the confidence boost if he bags a goal tomorrow will be big. I fear too many changes can cause confusion again, but I think we still win. Pellegrini and Azmoun on the score sheet. Nice prediction. Yeah, I don't like the jinx either, but there is no fucking way we lose tomorrow. I refuse to believe that. Well, we all feel like FG, so you're not the only one, mate. If we lose tomorrow, then we deserve to play UCL. We don't deserve to play UCL, I think is what Owithu means. I agree. Look, we're lucky that the 5th spot is almost there, because if Fiorentina qualify for the next round of the Conference League, as we said yesterday, against Victoria Posen, then Italy is 5 confirmed teams. But still, it's good. But you still have Atalanta. You know, you still have Atalanta behind you. You still have Bologna in front of you. The gap is small. You just never know. The 5th spot is great, but again, you just never know. You gotta win these games if you want to play in the Champions League, and if you want to keep the pressure against Atalanta and start building a gap from Atalanta and put the pressure on Bologna, you know? Yeah, Atalanta also play Fiorentina tomorrow. By the way, somebody is calling me, so don't pay attention to the... yeah, Spalletti. I mean, look, let's quickly go over the Spalletti Italy call-up. Where is it? Hang on a sec. Let me quickly find it. Yeah, Carnesecchi, Donnarumma, Meret, Vicario. Nothing to say there. I think all of the four deserve it. No, in fact, Meret doesn't. Di Gregorio definitely is better than Meret. Defenders, he called Acerbi, Bastoni, Bellanova, Buongiorno, Cambiaso, Darmian, Di Lorenzo, Di Marco, Scalvini, and Udogie. I do think Mancini lacks this call-up. Mancini, again, I'm going to say this because I love him and he's a Roma fan and he's just that warrior that we all love. But he's been playing good lately. Apart from those last few yellow cards that he got, he's not been playing bad. So, yeah, I think all of the players that he called up, I think deserve it. But I also would have added Mancini in. I don't know how many he can bring, but yeah, the defenders that he did call up actually do deserve it if you look at the broader situation. Maybe, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I would have put Mancini in. Midfielders, Barella, Bonaventura, Foloruncio, Frattesi, Jorginho, Locatelli, Pellegrini. How on earth? Now again, how is Foloruncio on that list? And how is Locatelli on that list? I don't get this. I really do not get this. I just don't get how Foloruncio is on that list. Look, it's a friendly game. Of course he deserves it. And he's been playing good. He's scored a banger against Juventus. But Locatelli, what has he done? He's so overrated. And then forwards, Chiesa, Lucca, Orsolini, Raspadori, Retegui, Zaccagni, Zaniolo. Why on earth is Lucca there? Why on earth is Zaniolo there? And why on earth is El Shaarawy not there? Why is Zaniolo there and El Shaarawy not? Favoritism. Zaniolo's been shit in the Prem. Premier League fans know this, as a matter of fact. El Shaarawy has been clutch for us, especially under De Rossi. Why on earth did Zaniolo get a call-up? And why on earth did Lucca get a call-up instead of Scamacca? I'm not a big fan of neither Scamacca or Lucca. Jinx, controversial Sima because I wanted Scamacca this summer. But realistically speaking, I'm not a big fan of neither Lucca and Scamacca. But Lucca is on there just because he scored a goal against Lazio. Let's be real. Lucca is there because he only scored a poacher against Lazio, which as Roma fans we don't complain about. But yeah, it's a friendly game. I'm not going to condemn this, but I think did Pellegrini get it? Yeah, Pellegrini did get it. That was fair. That was fair. Do you think facing Milan in the Europa League would be difficult for us? Well, it's not easy, mate. Could have gone worse, could have gone better, I think. As you know, Milan can't win the league this season. They will all out again Roma to win Europa League this season. I agree, but I don't think they're going to win Europa League. I think Liverpool have gotten their hands in that trophy, on that trophy, since the first game of the group stage. It's not a question of, oh, Liverpool got the easiest draw. Liverpool would beat any of these teams. Liverpool is not a Europa League team. You know, look, the Europa League this season is so competitive that we've got the best team in the Premier League in it and the best team in the Bundesliga in it. You know, Liverpool's dimension. Liverpool is a team that won Champions League finals 3 years ago. And they're playing in the Europa League. Of course, it makes sense because they qualified for it and they were terrible last season. But this season, they picked the form back going. They've got that hands on the trophy. The only way Liverpool don't win it is if they actually try to not win it. But Klopp's mentality isn't that. It's Klopp's last season. He's going to want to win everything and leave as a fucking legend. And that's what Liverpool are going to do. Manchu is good, but the other defenders are better, I say with that. Yeah, I do agree. But maybe put him in and yeah, no, I agree. I feel so bad for DYBALA. He missed the Argentina call-up once again. Poor DYBALA. Mancini gave up an own goal in his last Italy call-up and people were hating on his aggression. He will be recognised soon enough for his quality and leadership. Zaniolo is ridiculous. Should have been Politano and not Zaniolo, says Chris. What's your opinion on Azmoun so far? Personally, I think he's okay. Not that great. I don't know if he can really be good for Champions League next season. Well, first of all, let's qualify for the Champions League, mate. Then we decide who we keep, who we sell. Because it's not certain that we're going to get Champions League. I like him. I like his personality. I like the fact that he fights, the fact that he loves this team. He is unlucky, and he gives it his best. Very similar part to Belotti. So I'm a big fan of Sardar. Yeah. And I know that the Roma environment is also a very big fan of Sardar. We have a crisis in attack before Totti, sometimes with bench Razuri. Now Chiesa is the best bet. And I think Chiesa this season is a bit overrated. Chiesa's phenomenal, but this season, I think he wants to leave Juventus. But yeah, look, that is my match preview. Bring it on. I'll be at the stadium tomorrow, so stadium vlog is going to come your way. So make sure to click the bell notification button so you'll be notified not only every time I go live, but also every time I post a video. I'm going to get my ticket for Milan home game tomorrow. And then I'm going to try and study cost-wise, and if I can get the away ticket for Milan, then I will be there. But I'm not going to promise that as of now, but I'm going to try my best and get it. Hope everybody enjoys their Saturday evening. Hopefully Lazio will win away at Frosinone. Sinner against Alcaraz tonight, up the Yannick. And yeah, hit the like, 100 likes in this video, and Sardar Azmoun scores tomorrow. You smashed yesterday's like target today. Let's smash it again. And then yeah, also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for 11,000 subs. Let's keep on growing. Let's keep on moving. Forza Roma sempre. Simo out.